We are on the way to the starting point of our hike, a small hut in the mountains where we wanted to spend Rob's birthday. Our plan was to stay one night and come back the following day. This hike is 11 kilometers long, and we were looking forward to be back out there again. But unfortunately, for the first time, we really underestimated the conditions. It's November and there's already some snow on the mountaintops. Everything looks slightly powdered with a soft blanket of fresh snow. We didn't know that this morning there was actually a snowstorm in the mountains, which brought a lot of fresh snow. We left far too late and underestimated the conditions. This was also the first time we weren't bringing a tent, as we were so confident that we will make it to the cabin. When we got to the first hut on the way, the conditions changed. It was snowing and visibility was getting worse.
We've done 2 kilometers since I started recording.
Is this good or not good?
Hey?
Is this good or not good?
Well, it's 2 less, isn't it?
Yeah.
We still had 9 kilometers to go. Even when we got to the point where we asked ourselves to turn back and stay in the first hut, we decided to keep walking. We tried to walk as fast as possible in these conditions, carrying Jack across the rivers, trying of not getting him too cold. Slowly we realized that there was no chance of making it in daylight.
Are you okay, baby?
In the end, we hiked for 2.5 hours in the dark. We sank thousands of times into the snow and we were exhausted both physically and mentally. We were mainly concerned about Jack, getting him into this situation. When we finally made it close to the cabin, we saw lights inside. It was a surprise and a relief to know that someone else is out there in these conditions too. As we climbed through the top of the cabin door, we were warmly greeted by a couple who rested in this cabin for a few days after being caught by a storm one night, where they had to sleep outside, exposed to snow, ice, and stormy conditions. Unbelievable what they have been through, and unbelievable what body and mind are capable when necessary. On the morning of Rob's birthday, the good weather came and we decided to stay in this cabin for another day. We wanted to give Jack and each other a good rest before heading back home. After a beautiful sunrise, our new friends left us, strengthened and confident that they will finally find their way out of the mountains. We all know we will meet again soon. It was a blessing for all of us to meet in this small hut, somewhere in these mountains, under these conditions. A day later, we hiked back, glad that the weather conditions were still very good. Sun, blue sky, and a very playful border collie, happy about the snow and without any sign of tiredness. This hike in November was an eye-opener for us. Not to underestimate the weather in the mountains, to be better prepared for changing conditions, to set out early enough for a hike, and to always bring our tent. We don't regret the decisions we made, but we saw it as an opportunity to grow. This experience has shaped us, giving us a stronger connection to us as a couple and also a deep respect for nature and to all the living organisms that are so incredibly well adapted to their habitat.
what do you think about your birthday adventure?
I thought the adventure was wonderful. It couldn't have been any easier. Very textbook, straightforward, no hiccups whatsoever. Eventless.
What are you thinking, Jack?
He's knackered.
Yeah. Where is my bed?
Where's my bed? Bedtime now. Sorry, mate, that's a bit tight. Alright.
Good night, Jack.